Welcome to Classic Screen Legend. Maybe you're watching this alone tonight. Maybe you still walk, eat breakfast, and trade gentle words every day with someone you love. Today, we step into Hollywood's glittering world to see how these famous leading men and the partners beside them have built real lives off camera. Do they struggle, change, and hold on, just like we do? And which couple will leave the deepest mark on your heart? John Malkovich and Nicoletta Perron. John Malkovich is now 72. Nicoletta Perron is now 73. In the 1980s, Malkovich became one of cinema's most fascinating leading men, all sharp angles and unpredictable intensity. He met assistant director Perron around 1989, and they've built a long partnership ever since, raising 2 children and keeping their private world quietly protected. Jeremy Irons and Sinead Cusack. Jeremy Irons is now 77. Sinead Cusack is now 77. Irons, with that elegant voice and haunted gaze, became a signature presence in prestige dramas. He and Cusack married in 1978, raised 2 sons, and endured the pressure that follows any famous marriage, still holding their bond through decades of stage work, film work, and real life. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Tom Hanks is now 69. Rita Wilson is now 69. Hanks became America's comforting leading man, the rare star who could feel both famous and familiar. He married Wilson in 1988, and their relationship has moved through awards, illness, and relentless public attention, held together by humor, family, and a shared sense of normal life inside an abnormal spotlight. Dustin Hoffman and Lisa Gottsagen Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman is now 88. Lisa Gottsagen Hoffman is now 71. Hoffman brought raw vulnerability to the screen and a steady loyalty to his marriage. He and Lisa married in 1980, built a large blended family, and kept their partnership rooted in routine support, private endurance, and the kind of companionship that rarely makes headlines. John Travolta and Kelly Preston. John Travolta is now 71. Kelly Preston would be 63 today, and she passed away in 2020 at 57. Travolta's charm made him a permanent screen crush, but his deepest devotion lived at home. He and Preston married in 1991, raised their family through joy and tragedy, and even after loss, he continues to honor her as a defining love of his life. Kevin Costner and Christine Baumgartner. Kevin Costner is now 71. Christine Baumgartner is now 51. They built an 18-year marriage, 3 children, and a life that often looked like a postcard from the American West. Their divorce became final in 2024, and Baumgartner later remarried in 2025, turning this chapter into a reminder that even forever couples can still reach an ending. Sam Elliott and Catherine Ross. Sam Elliott is now 81. Catherine Ross is now 86. Elliott's voice and cowboy calm feel like a whole genre by themselves. He married Ross in 1984, and their long marriage has lasted on low drama, shared work, and a steady affection that doesn't need constant performance. Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen. Ted Danson is now 78. Mary Steenburgen is now 72. Danson became a sitcom icon, but his real-life story softened into something warmer off-camera. He met Steenburgen in 1993 and married her in 1995, building a blended family and a life stitched together by shared values, laughter, and the daily habit of showing up. Antonio Banderas and Nicole Kidman. Antonio Banderas is now 65. Nicole Kidman is now 44. Banderas brought heat and charisma to late 1980s and 1990s cinema, then reinvented himself again and again. He met Kidman around 2014 after his divorce, and their relationship has been defined by calm support, public appearances without overexposure, and a quieter kind of partnership. Stellan Skarsgard and Megan Everett. Stellan Skarsgard is now 74. Megan Everett was born in 1976 and is in her late 40s. Skarsgard has always carried that dry humor and grounded intensity, even at his most famous. After a long first marriage, he married Everett in 2009, and their home life has often been described as loud, busy, and real, the opposite of a polished Hollywood fairy tale. Billy Crystal and Janice Goldfinger. Billy Crystal is now 77. Janice Goldfinger is now 76. Crystal's warmth made him feel like the funny friend your family trusted. He met Janice as a teenager and married her in 1970, building more than 5 decades of partnership that stayed remarkably private, steady, and family-centered. Franco Nero and Vanessa Redgrave. Franco Nero is now 84. Vanessa Redgrave is now 89. Their story is old-school cinema romance with real-world complications. They met in 1967, separated and reunited across decades, and finally married in 2006, choosing, late in life, to make the long arc official. Gabriel Byrne and Hannah Beth King. Gabriel Byrne is now 75. Hannah Beth King's exact age is not widely published in consistent public sources. Byrne became a thinking person's heartthrob, intense without being loud. He married documentarian King in 2014, and their life has leaned toward the quieter kind of love: books, art, family, and distance from the noise. Andy Garcia and Marivi Laredo. Andy Garcia is now 69. Marivi Laredo is now 67. Garcia's calm intensity made him one of late 1980s cinema's defining faces. He met Laredo in college, married her in 1982, and together they raised 4 children, keeping the marriage grounded in family first, fame second. Christopher Guest and Jamie Lee Curtis. Christopher Guest is now 77. Jamie Lee Curtis is now 67. Guest built a career on clever, dry comedy, while Curtis became an icon across genres. They married in 1984, and decades later their relationship still feels built on private jokes, shared creativity, and the quiet discipline of staying together through every season. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you're watching this alone tonight, I hope this video still felt like company. And if you're watching beside someone you love, I hope you hold their hand a little tighter after this. Tell me below, which couple stayed in your mind the longest? Like, subscribe, and join us again on Classic Screen Legend, where love stories don't end when the camera cuts.